Hi guys, welcome to another hands-on session with the WorldTempus Showcase, and check this out. Every time I do one of these videos, I say we have something really special to show you. And I'm going to stop saying that because, it kind of loses its meaning after a while if you say it all the time. But what I'm going to do is tell you the watch that we have with us today, and if you've been into watches for even the briefest amount of time, you're going to realize how special it is. What we have with us today is the Breguet Marine Hora Mundi, reference 5557. And first of all, it's a Breguet watch, so we know it's going to contain some exceptional mechanical prowess, beautifully classic design, something that reflects the legacy of the world's most famous and influential historical watchmaker of all time. It's in the marine collection, so you know what to expect. Themes of exploration and that romantic evocation of travel. I think that resonates with a lot of us right now. And the final bit of the watch name, Hora Mundi, meaning world time. There's probably a whole bunch of you getting super excited already because you remember the first time that Breguet released the classique Hora Mundi at Basel World 2011, and everyone basically went nuts over it. So let's switch over to the close-up cam, and you can already see on the dial there's something special going on. It's still a classic aesthetic, but already a lot more contemporary and technical cues in terms of design. And that's important, the classic contemporary balance, because it tells us about the watchmaking approach that drove the development of this watch. The Hora Mundi contains a fully automated world time display with unique readability that requires setting just once in order to display its full range of represented time zones. And don't worry, I'm about to explain what that means right now. As you know, most other world time watches have one sort of dial disc with all 24 time zones mapped out in terms of major cities. You put your time zone at the 12 o'clock position, set the hours and minutes, and then you mentally reposition the 12 o'clock marker to read the time in another city. There's a lot of this going on, and most of the time for most people it's easier just to Google it. With the Breguet Hora Mundi, you don't get this issue. We're set to Geneva time at the moment because that's where I am, and that comes up as Paris, same time zone, we're all good. You have this day-night indication over here. You see this little golden disc that kind of reminds you, or might kind of look like a moon phase, but it's not. It's a day-night indication, and you can see that there's a little rose gold circle visible. That means it's in a day because it's rose gold for the sun. The white gold disc comes out when it's at night, representing the moon. So so the position of the sun in the day-night indicator tells us that we're kind of towards the earlier part of the day, which is true. So with this pusher here at 8 o'clock, I can switch to another time zone, one that I've programmed beforehand. So what we have is an instant change, and we are now in Dubai time. You can see that the position of the sun and the day-night indication is also more advanced. Back to Geneva time zone, just to show you again. And here we are in Dubai. Look at how instantaneously the time indication changes, and also the day-night indication also advances. There you go, back to Geneva. Now, to show another city's time zone, you select the relevant city by rotating this pusher. And let's say we want to do, Beijing. So you see that as I'm rotating the pusher, the time display changes. And so there's the day-night indication. So here we are, Hong Kong, which is the Beijing time zone. And then once we've done that, we push down to confirm the selection. And that's it. It's as easy as that. So now we're switching between Hong Kong and Dubai. And it's very, very intuitive that way. The base system for time zone display is winter time, so if you have daylight savings wherever you are, you'll have to add or minus an hour compared to what's actually displayed with the hands, but that's literally the maximum level of mathematics that you need to use here. Finally, I want to go into some of the design updates that were made to the Hora Mundi since we last saw it in the classic collection. The multi-layer dial, you can see here, is in sapphire crystal with metallized elements representing the world map, the lines of latitude and longitude, just sort of placed on the top and bottom surface of the sapphire crystal layer, which is what gives it this kind of transparency and lightness at the same time. The emblematic marine geoshage pattern forms the base of this multi-layer dial, and I think it really helps that this pattern is created in such high relief because it brings a lot of three-dimensionality to what you see without it being too busy visually. Of course, it's an automatic winding watch, which brings a lot of convenience and, ease to wear on the wrist, I would say, for the modern watch lover. All right, so that's all we have for you today. And also my colleagues are kind of beating down the door to this room because they like to eat lunch in here and I've kicked them out in order to do this video. So I'm gonna let them in now. Remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see more content like this. And I'll see you again real soon.